The Dream Heist by Robbi Spencer. Chapter 1. The Dream Heist. Robin Banks lived a double life. By day, he was an unassuming computer programmer, writing elegant lines of code from the comfort of his minimalist apartment in Angel City, California. By night, he transformed into a virtual mastermind, conquering worlds, outsmarting opponents, and leading raids in the latest online games. But his talents weren't confined to the digital realm. Robin was also an ethical hacker, helping companies secure their systems. It was a thrilling job until it wasn't. Life had grown monotonous, predictable even. One night, after an especially long day debugging code, Robin collapsed onto his bed. Sleep came swiftly, pulling him into a vivid dream. In this dream, he was orchestrating the heist of the century, infiltrating the Union Depository, Angel City's most secure bank. Every detail unfolded with startling clarity. The bypass security protocols, the synchronized diversions, the high-tech tools that felt more real than anything he'd ever encountered. He remembered the rush of adrenaline as he accessed the vault, the weight of the duffel bag as he loaded it with stacks of cash. The dream was exhilarating, almost intoxicating. When Robin finally escaped the bank, his heart pounded as though it might burst. Just as the sirens wailed in the distance, he woke up, drenched in sweat. Relief washed over him. "Just a dream," he muttered, shaking his head. But as he rolled over, his hand brushed against something unusual. Frowning, he reached out and felt canvas. Robin's eyes snapped open. Beside him on the bed was a duffel bag. His breath caught in his throat as he unzipped it. Inside were neatly stacked bundles of cash, each wrapped with bank bands. It was the exact amount he'd stolen in his dream. For a long moment, Robin simply stared, his mind racing. "What the hell?" he whispered. Chapter 2. Is this real? Robin's first instinct was to assume he was still dreaming. He pinched himself, slapped his cheek, even poured a glass of cold water over his head. But the money remained. Grabbing his phone, he searched for any news of a robbery at the Union Depository. To his relief, or perhaps his growing unease, there was nothing. No headlines about a daring heist, no security footage leaked online. Still, Robin couldn't shake the surreal feeling that something extraordinary had happened. "There's only one way to find out if this is real," he thought. He grabbed a small stack of bills, stuffing them into his pocket. He'd take it somewhere, spend it, and see what happened. Robin chose a corner store a few blocks away. It was the kind of place where anonymity thrived and nobody asked questions. He picked up a few items, a sandwich, a bottle of water, and a pack of gum. At the counter, he handed over one of the $100 bills. The cashier, a grizzled man in his 60s, eyed the bill briefly before sliding it into the till and handing Robin his change. Robin's heart raced as he walked out. The transaction had gone smoothly, almost too smoothly. He checked the change in his hand, crisp and ordinary. The money was real. Chapter 3. Consequences. Back at his apartment, Robin sat on the floor, staring at the duffel bag. The possibilities were endless, but so were the risks. If this money was truly from his dream, how had it crossed over into reality? And more importantly, was someone looking for it? The Union Depository wasn't the kind of place that lost money without a fight. Robin decided to confide in his closest friend, Mia Torres. Mia was a cybersecurity expert and fellow gamer. If anyone could help him unravel this mystery, it was her. Over coffee, Robin hesitantly recounted the dream and its bizarre aftermath. Mia's eyes widened, but she didn't laugh. Instead, she leaned in, her expression serious. "Robin, this is either the most elaborate prank ever, or you've stumbled into something way over your head. Either way, you need to be careful. We should run a trace on the bills and see if they're marked." Robin nodded. "And if they are?" Mia hesitated. "Then you might have bigger problems than you realize." Chapter 4. Traces of the Dream. Mia's investigation revealed something startling. The serial numbers on the bills didn't match any known currency records. It was as if the money had been printed in a parallel universe. This only deepened the mystery. If the money wasn't from this world, What else might have crossed over? As the days passed, Robin began noticing other anomalies. Items from his apartment appeared slightly out of place, as though someone had been there. His computer displayed cryptic messages, warnings that seemed to vanish as quickly as they appeared. And then one evening, Robin received a package. Inside was a single note. You took something that wasn't yours. Return it or face the consequences. Chapter 5: The Visitors. The note was just the beginning. The next night, Robin's apartment was plunged into darkness. The power flickered back on to reveal two shadowy figures standing in his living room. Their faces were obscured, but their voices were cold and deliberate. "You've crossed into forbidden territory," one of them said. "The money does not belong here, and neither do you." Robin's pulse raced. "What are you talking about? Who are you?" The second figure stepped forward. "We are gatekeepers. You opened a door that should have remained closed. Return what you took, and we will restore balance. Fail, and your world will suffer." Before Robin could respond, the lights flickered again. When they steadied, the figures were gone. But the duffel bag was now empty, and in its place lay a small device, a sleek, futuristic tablet displaying a countdown. Chapter 6: Racing the Clock. The countdown showed 72 hours. Robin and Mia worked tirelessly to decode the device, which seemed to contain layers of encryption unlike anything they'd ever seen. It was a race against time to figure out what the countdown meant and how to stop it. Meanwhile, Robin's reality continued to unravel. The anomalies became more frequent and severe. Cracks appearing in walls, objects defying gravity, and strange figures lurking in the corners of his vision. Mia's breakthrough came with just 12 hours left. The device was a key, a way to reverse whatever breach Robin had caused. But using it would require returning to the dreamscape where it all began. Chapter 7: Back to the Dream. With Mia's help, Robin devised a plan to re-enter the dream. Using advanced lucid dreaming techniques and a device Mia rigged up, he plunged back into the surreal world of the Union Depository heist. This time, it wasn't about stealing, but restoring what had been taken. Navigating the dreamscape was perilous. The bank was now guarded by manifestations of Robin's fears and doubts. He had to outwit them, relying on his gaming skills and Mia's guidance through a communication link. At the heart of the vault, Robin found the source of the breach, a glowing rift pulsating with energy. He placed the device into the rift, triggering a cascade of light and sound. The dream began to collapse. Chapter 8: The Reset. Robin woke up to find the duffel bag gone and his apartment back to normal. The anomalies had ceased, and the cryptic messages on his computer were replaced with a simple note: balance restored. But Robin knew this wasn't the end. The experience had changed him. The boundaries between dreams and reality had blurred, leaving him questioning what other secrets lay hidden in the folds of his mind. Chapter 9: New Opportunities. Robin and Mia decided to use their skills to explore the dream-reality connection further. They formed a team of like-minded individuals, diving into the mysteries of consciousness and alternate dimensions. Their work attracted attention from powerful organizations, some seeking to exploit their discoveries, others to protect them. Chapter 10: The Infinite Game. As Robin delved deeper, he realized the dream heist was just the beginning. The world was far more interconnected and mysterious than he'd ever imagined. Every dream held a doorway, every thought a possibility, and Robin Banks was ready to explore them all, one adventure at a time.